Hi there, my name is Adrienne Weatherly, and I'm currently in MDS 300. Welcome to Reflections, the uncertain journey and overview of my path thus far and my goals for the future. When I graduated from high school, I thought the next natural step was to attend college. At least, that's what I thought everyone around me expected me to do. So, I went to Western Washington University in Bellingham, Washington. Though I had no idea what I wanted to do when I grew up, I thought I wanted to major in either English or psychology. So I took mostly English and psychology classes while also exploring some other classes that were interesting, like archaeology. After 2 years of college, though, I still didn't know what I wanted to do, and I was spending a lot of money spinning my wheels. It was time for me to step away from my current path and re examine what I really wanted to do. But I just didn't know what that was. So, for the time being, I moved to Boise and kind of fell into the real estate industry. For the next decade or so, I would work in various capacities at two title companies here in the Valley. In that time period, I got married and had two children. Though I had a fulfilling life, my heart just wasn't in the work I was doing, and it was time for a change. It was then I discovered medical transcription, so I went to school for that profession and graduated and almost immediately got a job at St. Luke's as a medical transcriptionist. My new job was perfect for me. I was interested in the medical field and I was able to work from home, which was a huge bonus, having two elementary school age children at the time. I got the best of both worlds, stay-at-home mom and workforce contributor, which was important to me. Plus, St. Luke's offered tuition reimbursement, so I was able to attend one class at BSU every semester. Since I had to stay within the healthcare studies parameters to get reimbursed, I chose to study for a health sciences degree with an emphasis in health information management. However, in the fall of 2016, I was laid off from St. Luke's. Technology had caught up with my profession, and the workforce in my department was cut in more than half. Computers had replaced us. This meant that my tuition reimbursement was also cut off, and if I wanted to finish college, I was on my own. I put BSU on hold that fall and the following spring. Luckily, in the spring of 2017, I was able to find transcription work through a national company processing property and casualty insurance claims. Though completely different than medical, it's a very interesting job, and it actually makes me a better driver since I'm processing car accident reports all day. Though I still love my job, we have some changes taking place within our family that prompted me to want to get serious about going back to school and finishing my degree. Besides that, I'm a person that likes challenges and learning new things, and I feel like I'm getting to the end of my challenge in transcription. The kids are getting older and more self-sufficient, so it's my time to get back into the workforce and engage with the community and coworkers on another new level. I knew this would be a tough road though, but the success of finishing the degree I started so many years ago and being able to study a new area of interest for me will be worth all the hard work and sacrifice it will take for me to be successful. With the freedom now to choose whatever I wanted to study, my health sciences advisor introduced me to the MDS program, and I jumped in without hesitation. Still not sure what I wanted to study though, I read the BSU course catalog from cover to cover. So many things interested me, but every time I went back to read about the courses, two programs stood out to me: urban studies and community development, as well as psychology. Though I was no stranger to psychology classes, urban studies and community development was not something I'd considered in the past, so I wanted to be sure it was something I truly wanted to learn about. I conducted two informational interviews with people that I felt would help me better understand urban planning. First, I sat down with Caleb Hood. He's the planning division manager over at the City of Meridian. He talked about how exciting urban planning is because no day is the same due to the ever-changing nature of communities and infrastructure. He said it's great BSU has a program to teach students about urban studies and city planning, as there's going to be a continued need in this area for individuals with this skill set. His best advice was to get involved in the community now by attending community meetings related to city planning. After meeting with Caleb, I met with Dr. Amanda Ashley, who's the program director and assistant professor at the School of Public Service here at BSU. Dr. Ashley inspired me by her passion for urban studies and her vast knowledge. She listened to my learning goals and felt it would be great for me to tweak the psychology minor I was considering and instead incorporate a family services minor into my studies. She also gave me the names of people within our community that would be beneficial for me to network with, as she felt these people best aligned with my goals I described to her. I left the meeting with Dr. Ashley feeling optimistic about the future and absolutely sure I wanted to pursue a more thorough education in urban studies and community development. My next step was to identify what my MDS degree would look like. Dr. Ashley was kind enough to go over the courses in the Urban Studies department that would be most beneficial to me and provide me with the best well-rounded education in that curriculum. I took the majority of her suggestions in order to create a comprehensive degree program. I also took her advice and changed my minor from psychology to family services and incorporated that into my IDP as well. My IDP includes the above mixture of urban studies courses and family studies courses, as well as a dispute resolution class, another family service class, and a GIS mapping course that is a wonderful technical addition to my urban studies classes. I also have a few prerequisites I'll have to take in order to complete my IDP. These include Urban 200, Urban 240, and Math 254. In addition, I wondered what it would take in order to exclude one semester from my earlier college days due to an F I received in accounting. I'll admit, it wasn't my finest moment, but the grade exclusion policy at BSU may allow me to at least exclude that F in order to improve my GPA. However, the choice to exclude it is not without its own considerations. First, I would have to exclude the whole semester, which includes my DLV course that transferred to BSU. I'd have to take that over. But if I did have to do that, I could actually fit it in this summer. Secondly, I may have to add a class or two just to fulfill my total credit load in order to graduate, which may extend my time at BSU. This is a choice I'm still considering because a higher GPA is important to me, but the addition of 2 or maybe even 3 more classes to satisfy graduation requirements may ultimately not prove to be the best decision. So even after I completed my interviews and my IDP, and I was confident in my class choices, I still was unsure of how this educational path would translate into a career in the real world. I chose to visit with an advisor at the BSU Career Services Center to gain a little bit more perspective. While the advisor hadn't heard of a student choosing the classes paired with the minor I had chosen, he did have some good broad advice and gave me resources to consult for further career information. We also discussed the possibility of obtaining my master's degree, which I actually hadn't considered before. I've become more serious about wanting to consider furthering my education beyond my bachelor's degree now, but one step at a time. After meeting with the advisor over at Career Services, I did do further independent research into jobs that were either focused on urban studies or family services. There are a lot of options out there. Some of the options I explored that interested me were jobs at the city government level or even transportation planning agencies like Ada County Highway District or Idaho Transportation Department. Even though it may sound cheesy though, my heart tells me that I should also be working with kids in some capacity, which leads me to consider options such as the Boys and Girls Club or even careers at a local school district. One way I know I can find out about each of these options is to seek out volunteer opportunities in each of these business sectors to get a firsthand experience in the environment I may be able to find a career in. At this point, I still have a lot of questions in my mind about what my future will look like, and I'm uncertain where I will fit into the workplace with the skills and knowledge I obtained through the classes I've chosen to focus on at BSU. I do know through talking with others, though, that many times the path we think we will travel and the path we actually travel are two very different things. It's a little unnerving at this point to wonder if the time and sacrifice and money to obtain my bachelor's degree will yield my desired result in the end, but I'm also excited just to have this opportunity to learn new things and finish a goal I set out to achieve so many years ago. One thing is for certain, though. At this point in my life, I'm ready to commit full-time to finishing my degree. With the degree plan I've created this semester, I plan on graduating in the spring of 2019 with a bachelor's degree in multidisciplinary studies and a minor in family studies. At that point, I feel I will be equipped with the tools I need to embark on the next chapter of my life and begin a new career. The opportunities are endless, and with a little courage and a lot of perseverance, I'm certain I'll find the ideal setting for me to thrive in my next adventure. Thank you so much for watching.